Heyo, what's up, everybody? What's going on? Welcome, folks, to the True Trading Group live stream. What's up? What's up? My name is Michael Edward, former award-winning hedge fund trader, now the current head trader at True Trading Group. For those of you that do not know, TTG is the fastest growing, highest rated premium online trading educational platform and community where we all share the same goal. That's to learn, trade, and profit together 6 nights a week, Sunday through Friday. We go live right here for free on this YouTube channel. With myself, other TTG Pro Trader moderators, and special guests drop golden nuggets and provide you with free lessons that are going to help you become a better trader. If you guys are ready to learn, trade, and profit for real, you've come to the place. Take a moment right now, guys. Smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Share this stream on your own social media. Let's reach out, educate, and empower as many retail traders as we possibly can. Today now marks the 7th green day in a row to start the month of August. We are on fire. We're going to look to keep that momentum going here in the month of August. We got a lot to go over here and discuss with you on this live. I'm going to be covering with you guys a massive breakout pattern that I use in some of my day trading that I want to make sure you are all well aware of. But before I share any of this information and these lessons and everything with you, how do you know that you should be listening to anything it is that I'm telling you here? Well, folks, I didn't figure this stuff out on my own, all right? I started my career working for a fund in New York City, my very first job out of college in 2007. Then 2008 happened. That was the Great Recession, the stock market crash, the housing market crisis. And then actually in 2008, that same year, I went on to receive one of the firm's Trader of the Year awards. But before they ever let me touch one single dollar of their money, I first had to go through an educational training program. I had access to some of the top trading tools, and I was part of a community of like-minded traders. And that is exactly what the TTG platform is based on here now today. First things first, we're going to start this live stream off with an open floor blanket Q&A session. We're going to give some time for people to log on. Right, and then I'm going to be talking to you guys briefly about the True Trading Group membership, which we've got some big news on, some big news regarding memberships here and what we're offering for anyone that signs up here tonight, followed by how to find stocks to day trade with this massive breakout pattern. I'm going to break down this one pattern with you. It's a pattern that I look for each and every single day. It's a pattern that I teach all of our members how to execute on. Then we are recapping my 2 winning trades today. I was 2 for 3 today. My 2 winning trades today, AHPI, MVST. We're going to recap those trades, cover some lessons that can help you guys in that. And then, like I said, today is now the 7th green day in a row to start the month of August. All green so far in the month of August. We welcome the end of summer with the final month of summer. We welcome it with open arms so far. Let's see if we can keep this momentum going. Okay, we're going to see if we can keep this momentum going. All right, now what we're going to do here, guys, listen up. We're going to start that Q&A session. So you literally, listen, start typing your questions in chat right now. You got a trader with 17 years of experience telling you, hey, ask me anything. I'm here to help. Don't be shy. Don't think your questions are stupid. There's no such thing as a stupid question. The only thing that's stupid is not asking it. All right, so without any further ado, folks, let's go ahead right now. Begin typing your questions right in chat, and let's start that Q&A. Mike, what do you use to tell which way a stock is going to break out of a channel? I'm not using volume since volume is all over the place. Jonathan, there isn't anything that's going to tell you which way a channel is going to break, brother. You know, nobody has a crystal ball that's going to be able to dictate with you. You know, what if you see a stock that's trading in a channel, there's no way for you to know which way that channel is going to break out. All right, there's a lot of other things. There's a lot of things that you're going to look for that can kind of give you some indication and some clues. What I typically like to do is, what's the overall sentiment of the stock, right? What's the overall sentiment of the stock? Typically, all right, when I see a channel, I will tend to look for channels to be continuation patterns. They don't necessarily have to be, but I try to avoid channels that form in the middle of chaos. I would like to find a channel that forms at the top of an uptrend. When you have a channel that forms at the top of an uptrend, typically I will look for the stock to break out of that channel, because what is a channel? A channel is sideways trading action. It's consolidation. It's people that have been long the stock from much lower prices are now taking profit, and you have new people coming in and buying the stock at the higher price, and the stock just goes sideways. It's a consolidation pattern. That is what a channel is. I will avoid channels that occur in just in the middle of randomness. Like let's say the stock goes to 100, then it goes down to 30, then it bounces back to 60, and then it trades in a channel. Well, the stock is trading in a channel, but directly in the middle of this price action. Tough to gauge which way is this channel going to break. But let's take, for example, a stock like AMD. Okay, let's take, for example, a stock like AMD. Now, what you will notice on AMD is a very clear channel on the daily chart that lasted for pretty much 11 months. This is, the better part of a year. All right, or just under a year, I should say. But this is a very clean, clear channel on AMD. All right, you've got very clear support down here, right? Very clear support down here. You also had very clear and obvious resistance up here. This is a channel. This is sideways trading action. This is where people that have been long AMD from all the way down here, they're now taking profit, and some new buyers are stepping in and they're getting long. So when I see channels like this, a channel that forms at the top of a very clear uptrend, I will look for that channel to be a continuation pattern, and then you look for the stock to continue higher once it has broken out of that channel, and you would then, position size yourself. You can play this one of two ways, Jonathan. You can either get yourself long inside the channel, at the bottom end of the channel, you can look to get yourself long, or you can wait for the stock to break out of the channel to get long. Now, neither one of these ways is right or wrong. It's just a matter of what's your style. Are you a conservative style trader? Conservative style traders like to buy pullbacks into support. Aggressive style traders, they like to buy breakouts through resistance. So it's just a matter of what is your style and what do you prefer. I, for one, am a conservative style trader, so I like to buy pullbacks into support. So I would be getting long AMD in here. Now, I'm already long AMD. I've been long AMD for quite a while. I own AMD at way lower prices. I own AMD from here. I own AMD from here. I own AMD from here. And I own AMD from here. Actually, I think it's back here. Okay, so I own AMD at very, very much lower prices than where the stock is trading now today. But when I'm looking at a channel, you see how the channel had formed at the top of an uptrend, and that is what will give me the indication which way is this thing going to break. Okay, and that's how I'll look to play channels. So I hope that was helpful, Jonathan. Good question, though. Do you use the 50 and 200 MA on the intraday charts or on the no, twisted. So the 50-day and 200-day and the 100-day moving average should only be used on the daily or weekly charts. They should be used for longer term charts, not for short-term intraday charts. Okay, you should not be using a 200-day moving average on the intraday chart. Those moving averages, those major moving averages, the 50, 100, 200-day, those should be used on the daily or weekly charts only. Like, how do you determine which time frame to use for a particular day trade? For instance, you use the 15-minute time frame today for the MDIA trade instead of the 3 or 5 minute. No, that's not true, Flutter Sun. So I'm using all of them. Okay, it's not that I'm using one versus the other. I'm using all of them. And there's never a time when you should ignore other time frames and only use one of them. When you're day trading, you always want to use all those multiple different time frames. That's why I have all those different time frames on my chart at the same time. So I'll actually show you my 4 time frame setup. Okay, my 4 time frame setup when I'm trading actively during the day, I'll actually just show you guys that's what my TC2000 will look like. I've got a 4 time frame spread. Okay, I got a 4 time frame spread where this is a 3 minute. Okay, I have a 3 minute, I have a 5 minute, I have a 15 minute, and then I have a daily. And I will use those 4 time frame spreads. I'll use those 4 time frame spreads because you always want to make sure that you're looking at multiple time frames, because sometimes you may not see a specific pattern or setup in a 3 minute, but maybe you do see it on a 5 minute, or maybe you don't see it on a 5 minute, but you do see it on a 15 minute. And there's different patterns and there's different things that form in these different time frames that can give you some type of indication that this is a go. that this is a good looking setup and we can go after it. It's not that I'm using one versus the other. I'm using them all at the same time. What can we see coming into the markets tomorrow with the CPI data? You know, the markets are sitting up here at all-time highs, and you've got, you know, inflation data, consumer price index data that's going to be coming out. You know, I think you're going to want to I just think the markets are going to want to start to see inflation data just start to kind of relax a little bit. It's really, the markets are at a really interesting point right now, because you're at a point where the markets could make a bull case for regardless which way the data comes out. Now, the markets can make the bull case of, I'll give you two different scenarios. And this is when I think you start to get, you know, this melt up action and this euphoric action where I think the markets can continue to go higher, but eventually I think in 2022, we do get a significant correction. And I think that the markets will find the bullish case in any piece of data or any news headline that comes out. And I'll give you an example with the CPI data. Let's say the CPI data comes in hot. The CPI data comes in hot, then that would signal that inflation is running at a faster pace than what the Fed expects, right? Faster rate than what everybody expects. Now, that's been the case now for quite a while. It's not like the inflation data has come back right in line. For the last like 3 or 4, you know, at least that I can remember, CPI numbers have come in hot, meaning they're above expectations. Like expect 4% comes in 5.1, or like just the numbers are just hot. They're higher than expected, which means inflation is higher than expected. Well, that was inflation numbers, not CPI. Those numbers weren't that high. But that just is signaling that inflation is higher than people were initially expecting. Normally, you would see that as like, oh, damn, that's not a good thing. That's a bad sign. And you would expect the markets to go down. The markets might take that data and say, well, inflation is running hot, so that means we're going to have this accommodative Fed. And if inflation's running hot, then maybe the Fed doesn't ease up on everything, and maybe the Fed just kind of stays put, and they just kind of ride this out. Because if the Fed comes out and says, okay, yeah, guys, we expect inflation to run hot, but we're not worried about it. So the markets look at it and go, okay, well, inflation is hot, but the Fed expected it and they're not worried about it. So they're not going to change their stance. They're still going to be dovish. They're going to maintain a very accommodative Fed. Let's just stay long. On the flip side, if the inflation data comes in low, they're going to be like, oh, look, the Fed was right. Inflation's transitory. It's not that big of a deal. It's going to spike and then it's going to settle down. We have nothing to worry about inflation. Markets go higher. It's like the markets, no matter what, I feel like that's kind of where we are. I feel like the markets are kind of at a point where the market's just like, oh, you know what? It doesn't really matter. As long as the Fed doesn't change anything, we're going to go higher. So it's like, I don't care what happens with COVID. I don't care what happens with inflation. It's like, as long as the Fed keeps interest rates at 0 and they maintain their asset purchase program, we're just going to keep going higher. I think that the markets are really starting to view things that way. You know, we had inflation scares just a couple weeks ago. Like when you pull up the SPY, okay, when you pull up the SPY, I'll just show you guys again. Like when you pull up the SPY, let's not forget what all of this was, right? All of this was Fed and inflation fears. And every time the markets were like, you know what? We really don't care. We really don't care. We're just going to keep going higher. So, you know, I feel like the markets are going to be more and more numb to the inflation numbers. If the inflation numbers didn't scare them when they first came, why would they scare them now? Inflation numbers have been hot for months. It's not like tomorrow's numbers being hot are going to be a surprise. Okay, so you guys are seeing this. All right, I'm seeing the SPY, so something's wrong with Restream. So let's try unsharing and resharing my screen, because my chart right now is on the SPY. I'm not on AMD, but you guys are all seeing AMD. So let's shut this off. Let's reshare my screen and see if that changes anything. Everyone sees the SPY now. Okay, cool, perfect. Okay, so here's the SPY. So let's go back. Let's do this over again. There is your inflation pullbacks. Okay, there's your inflation pullbacks, right? That's what kind of scared everybody. But the markets each and every single time just continued higher. Just continued higher each and every single time. So if we had inflationary fears months ago, these numbers were coming in hot. The market still went higher with those numbers coming in hot. So why would I think now that if inflation comes in hot, the market now all of a sudden is going to get scared? The markets had their chance to be scared of inflation. And I think the markets have decided we're going to live and die by the Fed. If the Fed is right, great, markets go higher. If the Fed is wrong, it's going to be one hell of a nasty drop if the Fed is wrong. But the markets, I don't think they're pricing in the possibility of the Fed being wrong. If they're pricing in the possibility of the Fed being wrong, we wouldn't be trading up here. If they price in the possibility of the Fed being wrong, the markets would still be trading right here. We'd still be here if we were pricing in the possibility of the Fed being wrong. So, I think the markets are going to be numb to high inflation data, but we'll see. Depends on how high the numbers are. I mean, listen, everyone has a breaking point. If the numbers come in insanely hot, maybe the markets care. If it's just a little bit hot, maybe they don't. But I still maintain a bullish sentiment on the overall markets. Can the spread affect your decision or analysis in a trade? It may affect how I execute the trade, because if the spread of a stock is really, really wide, I'll try to get filled with a limit order on the bid instead of market ordering and paying across the ask. So it might not necessarily affect my decision to get into the trade. It'll just affect the way in which I get into the trade and maybe my position size. It'll affect my position size, and I'll use a limit order instead of a market order. But it's not, if I like a setup, I don't care if a stock has. Okay, let me start over. There's a big difference between a big spread and low liquidity. If a stock has a big spread because it's insanely volatile, that's one thing. I have no problem with that. If a stock has a wide spread because there's no volume, that's a whole nother story. I'm not going to touch a stock that has a big spread because that has no volume, but I'm not staying away from the stock because of the spread. I'm staying away from it because there's a lack of volume. As long as the stock has good volume, I'll go after it. I don't care what the spread is. It'll just affect, do I market order or do I limit order myself in? Does coverage by analysts and price targets carry equal weight regardless of which analyst from? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Okay, absolutely not. A report coming out from JP Morgan, Citigroup, Goldman Sachs will carry a lot more weight than Mary Jo's analyst firm. Okay. The bigger firms are going to carry more weight, and the larger asset managers will carry more weight than a small no-name analyst. You got to be careful with small no-name analysts, because what you guys will notice.
You take that back. Mary Jo is a saint.
What you guys will sometimes see with like real small boutique analyst firms is that you'll see ridiculous calls. Like somebody will come out and they'll say, and they're going to put on Robinhood, they'll put $150 price target on Robinhood. Really? They'll come out and they'll say a $200 price target on NIO. Or they'll come out and they'll say a $50 price target on Tesla. It's like, come on, man. Those calls are so ridiculous that it's a way sometimes for analysts that are not well known. It's a way for them to make a name for themselves, because in the off chance that they're actually right, it's like, wow, that person called that a year ago. What? Where they can really say, like, see, I told you. So sometimes with unknown analysts, you get some pretty wacky calls. I would just, I don't pay attention to real small analyst firms, but I would pay attention to, JP Morgan, Citigroup, UBS, Bank of America, Morgan Stanley, Deutsche Bank, Jefferies. These are companies that Barclays, these are companies that I would pay attention to. You might come out with something like Maxim Group. I can care less about Maxim Group.
What about Goldman Small Cap Research?
It's a bit of an inside joke on that one, guys. But yeah, like Maxim Group, I don't care about Maxim Group. Some of these other analyst firms, I don't put too much weight on their calls. Ooh, really good question. It depends, Robert, who they would replace him with. Okay, it would depend who they replaced him with. It could be good, it could be bad. It would depend who they would replace him with. I don't think they should. I think Jerome Powell's done a fantastic job. You guys have to understand something, that what the Federal Reserve did last year was so unprecedented. We've never seen anything like it before in history. We've never seen anything like it before. We have never, ever seen a Federal Reserve act faster and more aggressively to a crisis, ever. 2008, for those of you that have been around long enough, 2008 was really, really scary. 2008 was not COVID. It wasn't, just a little scare. The entire global financial system melted from within. And when the subprime mortgage crisis happened, you had so many financial institutions leveraged to the teeth with subprime mortgages. And they used those subprime mortgages to back other assets. They used them as leverage. So it would be like if you wanted to buy, I don't know, a commercial building, and you leveraged your house to put it up and say, hey, listen, if something goes wrong, I'll back my house up. Well, these financial institutions were actually, using these subprime mortgage portfolios, and they were putting them and using them. They're called mortgage-backed securities. That's what that is. Okay, it's a security that's backed up by a mortgage. But when the housing market burst and the value of all the homes dropped, you had all these crazy mortgages out there that were subprime mortgages. And what is a subprime mortgage? That's a high risk mortgage. That means that the person who has the mortgage is at a greater risk of defaulting on the mortgage than somebody else. That's what subprime means. Okay. When that happened, the entire global financial system was shaken from within, and you had multi-$100 billion institutions go bankrupt literally overnight, where one day we're operating just fine. The next day we don't have any money to pay our bills because we just lost everything, when all of the value of those mortgage-backed securities went to thin air. Because what's the value of something that is not worth what the initial stamp was given? We were about 48 hours away from you going to the ATM machine in 2008 and the bank being like, I'm sorry, we don't have your money. And a lot of people don't really realize that. We were probably about 48 hours away from that. Now, the government stepped in with the TARP program. The TARP program was, I believe it was $800 billion. I believe it was $800 billion, and that bailed out all of the U.S. banks. All right, that bailed out Bank of America, Citigroup, Wells Fargo, JP Morgan. It bailed out all the banks. Okay, bailed out all the banks, kept them operating, gave them the necessary liquidity to continue operations. And in 2008, the Federal Reserve was very slow to act. They really waited until they saw the whites of their eyes of the crisis. And they got a lot of heat for that. They got a lot of criticism for it. They were way too slow in cutting interest rates. They were way too slow with monetary policy and monetary stimulus. Not to say they could have stopped 2008 from happening. They couldn't have stopped it, but they could have lessened the blow if they had acted sooner. Jerome Powell and the Federal Reserve, when COVID hit in 2020, they were not going to allow another 2008 to happen, not on their watch. So as soon as COVID happened and as soon as we started shutting down the economy, they stepped in with such fierce fury, they rates right to zero, and they stepped in with tremendous monetary stimulus, and they started pumping liquidity into all the different credit markets. They started buying everything. The problem that happened in 2008, the credit markets got destroyed. The credit markets got destroyed because when you had all of these bad securities, these mortgage-backed securities, nobody wanted them anymore because they weren't worth anything. The value of them started plummeting because the mortgages that were backing these securities were worthless because nobody was paying the mortgage because the mortgage was for $600, but now the house is only worth $400. So what's the point of paying the mortgage? They went into default, and now you've got something that it's supposed to be worth $600, but really the asset backing it, which is the home itself, is worth $400. So nobody wanted these securities anymore. So you started to get this massive dump of all these mortgage-backed securities, and there was not a person there to buy. Nobody was there to step in and buy. That caused a major credit crunch. This time around, the Federal Reserve stepped in immediately and said, we will buy anything you want to sell. They went into the credit markets and they said, we will buy every bond that you want. Think about it. People stepped in and said, okay, well, you know what? Let's see. If we're shutting down all businesses because of COVID, does anybody want to own debt, or does anybody want to own a bond in United Airlines? Does anybody want to own a bond in Macy's? Does anybody want to own a bond on this commercial real estate portfolio? Does anybody want to own any of these bonds? Or do you think that the risk of these bonds defaulting, meaning the entity that has issued the debt, do you think that they are going to have an ability to repay that debt? And with COVID, that became a major concern. Hey, this company might not be able to pay their debt if they can't open for business. I don't want to own this bond anymore. Sell. And the Federal Reserve stepped in instantly and said, I'll buy everything. Go ahead. Go ahead. Sell to me. Sell to me. You don't want it? No problem. I'll buy it. I'll buy it. And that instantly settled the credit markets. The credit markets instantly settled down. And as soon as the credit market settled down, that's when the equity markets stopped going down in March of 2020. Whenever you have major financial crisis, the credit markets go first. The credit markets, listen, your bond traders, they're the smartest people in the world. The credit markets will show you first that there's an issue. Credit markets go first, then the equity markets. And as soon as the credit market got settled, the equity markets rallied, and that's the low. That's the March 2020 low. When the Federal Reserve came out and announced, we will buy corporate bonds, debt, we'll buy every single thing, doesn't matter what it is, we're going to buy it. That's the low of the markets in March of 2020. And we have just gone ever since. So that's, everybody owes the Fed a lot. You ever see Jerome Powell? You give that man a neck massage, okay? Give that man a shoulder massage. Buy him a coffee if you ever see this man, okay? Maybe skip the shoulder massage. That's, not really a good thing right now to do. Too soon? Maybe. I don't know. But if they replace Jerome Powell, it'll depend on who they replace him with, okay? It'll depend on who they replace him with. Mike, is it better to invest a large amount in one stock or invest smaller amounts in a few stocks for a new trader who knows nothing? Eric, it is always, my friend, my opinion, always the better route to invest smaller amounts of money in a handful of stocks. Do not put all your eggs in one basket. If that one stock goes south, guess what? You now, my friend, have absolutely no money left. So you want to spread your money out into a couple of different stocks. This way, if one of them goes belly up, you are still in the game, my friend. You are still in the game. If you're in the middle of a trade and it hits your first take profit and starts to trade slower with volume being lower and lower, do you get out in base of this or do you respect your initial plan? It's a complicated answer because I suggest that inexperienced traders should forever stick to their plan. I don't think inexperienced traders should try to make the decision or make the call mid-trade that, hey, you know what, the stock's not doing what I thought it was going to do, or, you know, things have slowed down, volume has slowed down, maybe I should just get out now. I don't think, you know, more often than not, inexperienced traders are going to confuse a pullback with a sell-off. They're going to confuse consolidation with a slowdown, with a die down, meaning the stock is just consolidating, but the inexperienced trader thinks momentum is gone. Or the stock is just having a little pullback and the inexperienced trader thinks the stock is selling off and is reversing. And that's going to cause you to get out of these trades too soon, way too often. And this is when, for example, you'll buy a stock at 10, it'll go to 11, you'll take profit, it'll pull back to 10.50, and then you'll be like, oh, this doesn't really look good. Let me just get out now. You get out at 10.50, an hour later, it's at 12.50. And that's what's going to happen more often than not. So I don't suggest inexperienced traders really ever try to get cute when they're in a trade. Just stick to your game plan. You buy the stock at 10, you say your stop loss is 9.50. If your take profits are 11, 12, and 13, just stick to it. Follow that. You know, as you reach profit targets, you could move your stop loss up with it, but don't try to get too cute with it. More likely than not, as an inexperienced trader, you're going to, you know, have a tendency to kind of screw that up a little bit. Even experienced traders have a tendency to screw that up a little bit, but an experienced trader, it's going to be easier for an experienced trader to recognize a sell-off or a reversal or something has changed, or, hey, you know what, I should just get out of this now. But even then, sometimes experienced traders, you know, abandon ship a little bit too soon. Guys, I'm not going to answer, you know what, take that question off the screen. Take that question off the screen. Guys, I'm not going to answer another question. I want to see 500 likes right now. I want to see 500 likes. Guys, these Q&As are extremely valuable. You know, the information that we share on these Q&As I'm really just, hey, listen, I'm here answering your questions. You guys tell me what you're struggling with, what you're unsure of. You tell me what you need help with. I'm here to answer them. We do these to give some time for people to log on and to join the stream before I get into the main topics and the main lessons of the night. So, you know, I'm not going to take another question until we get to 500. We got about 20 more to go, 480. Let's go, guys. 20 more likes, and then I will take the next question before we get into the main topics of the day. Remember, main topics, I'm going to show you guys one specific pattern that I think all day traders should know. It's a pattern I look for every single day, and it's something that I teach all of my members to look for. I'm going to share that pattern with you guys today as we're going to be covering and recapping another green day in the month of August. We are now 7 trading days into the month of August, 7 green days. We're going to try to keep that momentum going as long as we can. There it is. We just crossed the 500 mark. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Next question. Not a member yet, but I had a pullback today on one of my positions, but the volume was low, so I did not panic. Thanks for that, Mike. Nice, Bogey. Nice job, man. Really nice job. This feels good, doesn't it? Feels good. Mike, I keep hearing plan. What is used and how are plans created? Okay, so moneyless. So what is a plan? A trading plan is going to be you identifying your stop loss and your profit targets. That's your plan, okay? So if you're going to buy a stock, let's say you buy a stock at $10, you cannot enter a trade without knowing the answer to these 2 questions. Where are you going to take profit if you're right? Where are you going to sell out if you're wrong? If you do not know the answer to both of those questions, you cannot enter the trade and then figure it out later. So that's your game plan. Now, how do you find those levels? Like, how do you know where to put your stop loss? How do you know where to put your profit targets? That, my friend, is the education. So by you going through the courses, by you know, I know you're part of TTG, but a newer member, I believe, unless there's another member who has the same username as you, which is possible. We have like 3 usernames that have the username money, which is weird. We also have two members, I believe, who have the username like Paul S or Paul N or something like that, or Phil S or Phil N. But anyway. So the curriculum and the courses and the teachings will teach you to identify support levels and resistance levels of all of these stocks and of all of these patterns, because that's what a stop loss and profit target is. Your stop loss, if you're long, if you're buying a stock, your stop loss is going to go below whatever the support level is that you're seeing that's holding currently that leads you to believe the stock is going to go higher. So you're going to be able to look at the chart and say, okay, based on this chart, this is the pattern that I see. The support level is here. So I'm going to set my stop loss beneath this level, because if this level gets broken, I should no longer be in the trade. So that's how you identify your stop loss, by identifying where's the support level. Your profit targets are the opposite. Your profit targets are potential resistance areas. So you'll look at the chart and identify where are there potential levels of resistance. That is where I'm going to take profit off the table if the stock reaches that level. Okay, so that's how you'll find it. You'll figure out where's my stop loss, where's my profit targets, and you'll do that by identifying where's my support, where's my resistance, and you do that by going through the courses, being part of True Trading Group, getting yourself a real education to be able to look at a chart and identify those levels. I help you guys do all of those things. All right, guys, we'll take maybe one more question or so, and then we're going to deep dive in. Hey, Mike, if a stock is selling off from today high in the 5-minute time frame, but get into the support of 20 EMA on the hourly time frame, is it a viable buy like APHI? Dapnian, I mean, the answer is it depends. Like, what's going on with everything else? Just pulling into the 20 EMA on an hourly chart, that's not enough to get me to buy a stock. You know, like, what else is going on with the pattern? Are there other things? Like, I'm not the type of trader that's going to buy a stock based on one thing. That's not how I trade. So the way that I teach all of our members is it's professional technical analysis. It's understanding how a variety and multiple indicators, how do they work in conjunction with one another? Because you have to understand what technical analysis essentially is. Technical analysis is a self-fulfilling prophecy. You know, like, VWAP is support because everyone thinks VWAP is support, right? Like, that's how technical analysis really works, honestly. So what I like to look for is I like to look for scenarios where I have 3 indicators, 4 indicators that are all giving me the exact same signal, where maybe 4 support indicators are all lining up. Let's say my VWAP, my trade line, my initial morning high, and the 38.2 Fibonacci level. Let's say all 4 of those things all line up at $10. Understand what's going to happen now. Every trader in the world that's watching this stock, you're going to have traders and computers that when a stock gets to VWAP, they buy it. You're going to have traders around the world and computers that when a stock gets to the trade line, they buy it. Traders and computers around the world, when a stock gets to the 38.2 Fibonacci, they buy it. When it gets to the initial morning high, they buy it. Then you have people like me that when all of those things converge at the same price, I buy. But I'm doing that because I understand that if your VWAP buyers, your trade line buyers, your Fibonacci buyers, and your prior high buyers, if all of those things are at the same price, then all those buyers are going to be at the same price. That's where I want to join. There's strength in numbers when it comes to the markets. It's literally a tug of war between buyers and sellers. So you want to find, it's like if I had said to you, okay, guys, we're going to go looking for a bar fight. That's what we're going to do today. we're going to go down. We're going to go down to New Orleans, and where there's bar after bar after bar after bar, and we're going to look to get into a bar fight. But you're going to have to pick a side. You have to pick a side. And we go into the first bar, and it's 10 versus 10. I'm like, what do you guys think? You think this? I don't know. They look, I don't know. 10 versus 10. I don't know. It's a coin flip. Then we go into the next bar, and we go, ooh, this is 5 against 15. Do you guys want to join the 5? Do you think we're going to do better if we join the 5? Not really. We go into the next bar, and now it's 27 against 8. Okay. You guys want to join the 27? Yeah. Let's go join the 27. Where are you going to have the best chance of winning? You got to start thinking about the markets this way. The markets are a war, ladies and gentlemen. When you buy a stock, guess what? There is somebody else on the other side of that trade. There's someone on the other side of that trade. It is a war. And you want to make sure that you put yourself in the best, highest probability scenarios. Don't leave yourself out there to dry. Don't try to be a hero. Don't try to go and fight 3 people by yourself. Your odds are not in your favor. Go join the crowd. Join the crowd. So that's why, like Nguyen, just because the stock pulled back to the 20 EMA in the hourly time frame, what does that mean to me? Nothing. That's one thing. One thing. It's like saying, okay, hey, Mike, if a stock puts in a red candle on the 5-minute, but then it pulls back to VWAP, is that a good buy? I don't know. What else is going on within the chart? Where's my Fibonacci levels? Where's my trade line? Where's the prior high of the day? Where's the previous resistance level on the daily chart? Where's the 200-day moving average on the daily chart? Is the stock in an uptrend or is it in a downtrend? Is there a news release today from the company? Is the markets going up today? Are the markets going down? Is this stock even correlated to the overall markets, or is it a small cap that's going to have a mind of its own? What else is going on? That's how you identify high probability setups. That's how you identify high probability setups. This is what I teach all of our members, is how to use all of these pieces of information. And it sounds like a lot. It sounds overwhelming if you're brand new. I get it. It's not. I teach you all of this. I show you how to do all this because this is how I was taught when I worked at the fund in New York. I didn't know what the hell I was doing guys, my first job out of college was at that fund. That was my first experience really with trading. Like, yeah, I messed around a little bit here and there, but I had no clue what I was doing. I was just buying something because my friend told me to buy it. I didn't know what the hell I was doing. My first real experience trading, I was taught by professional traders. This is the stuff they taught me. And this is what I turn around and I just teach all of our members. So, it's like someone saying, Mike, every time a stock pulls into the 38.2 Fibonacci, do you buy it? No. But sometimes I do. Mike, every time the stock pulls into the trade line, do you buy it? No. But sometimes I do. Mike, every time the stock pulls back to the initial morning high, do you buy it? No. Sometimes I do. Depends on what's going on with the rest of the setup. And that is professional technical analysis. Too many people go their entire lives. Amateur traders will spend their entire lives and their entire life savings searching for the one indicator that works the best. There is no such thing as an indicator that works the best. Doc Nguyen, just as an example, maybe sometimes pulling back to the 20 EMA on the hourly chart, sometimes that works. Sometimes that's the best indicator for that stock setup. Other times, the stock will pull back to the 20 EMA on the hourly chart, and it'll do absolutely nothing. It'll be completely irrelevant to that stock's price action whatsoever on any given day. And that same holds true for every single other technical indicator that exists. There is not one indicator that's better than the other. Fibonacci retracement levels are not better than VWAP. The 20 EMA on an hourly chart is not better than the 9 EMA on a 3-minute chart. They're all equal weighting. Sometimes they work great. Sometimes they're irrelevant. Guys, sometimes you'll see a stock that holds VWAP to the penny. Beautiful support. Other times, the stock will trade right through it like it's not even there. Every stock is different. Every setup is different. This is why I don't rely on one indicator. Hell, I don't rely on 2 indicators. I look for setups where I can find 3, 4 different indicators that are going to all line up in that same price point to give me a high probability entry. And why is it high probability? Because I've entered the bar fight and I've got 27 people with me and we're fighting 8. So I know that the probability of me kicking some ass is highly in my favor. That's professional technical analysis. That is what I teach all of our Teach D members. Guys, great job on the Q&A session. You guys did awesome. Really excellent questions. Really, seriously, guys. Thank you. Thank you, everyone that was just asking all those questions. The Q&A session, I feel like, is really important. It's really valuable to a lot of people. If think of it this way, like I said, if you have a question, most likely somebody else on this live has the exact same question. Okay, so listen, for those of you that are not Teach D members, if I did not get to your question, don't worry about it. We do this 6 nights a week. Make sure to click the subscribe button and the notification bell icon. Make sure you never miss out on any one of these live streams. Speaking of new people or non-Teach D members, I would like to see what we're working with here, guys. I would like for you all to type the number 1 in chat right now if you are not a member of True Training Group or this is your very first live stream. Just type the number 1 in chat if you're not a member or this is your first live stream. Okay, we got Jeremy Wanlin, we got Neil Go, we got Craig Turhark, we got Hope It Helped. Hope it helped. I like your username. I hope that Q&A session helped. Nathan Valdez, welcome back. Nathan, I believe I saw you on the live stream just last night, brother, or the one before. Paul Homer, Frederick Letonin, Mark Semenek is back. Mark, what's up, man? I remember you. Lakeisha, how are you? I remember Lakeisha too. Eric Rude just asked the question. Aaron Reese, Chris Taylor, Stony Wan, Wilson Gonzalez, George Knight, BBB, CR Cox 57, Eli Ray, welcome back. Angie Sweet, Suban, IDIM, Chris Patton, Latoya Clay, Sean, Olive Oakley, Patrick Gleason, beautiful guys. A lot of number 1s that are flying through the chat right now. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All of you that are typing the number 1 in chat. If you are new here or you're not a member, welcome. Guys, real quick, before we get into everything else, I want you to understand TTG is the highest rated and fastest growing premium educational platform for traders. That's all about results. Results matter, folks. Results flat out matter. We help people reach their goals of becoming consistently popular traders by combining top-notch education, premium tools from companies like TradingView, Benzinga, Quote Media, Trade Ideas, and more. And we're a community where we all share the same goal. That's to learn, trade, and profit together. But like I said, before we get into the main topics of tonight, I need to give you all a quick heads up. Listen up really quick, guys. If you watch our live streams, you will know that we have been steadily walking our price up towards $2,000 and eventually over $2,000. We've been doing this by moving the price up a couple of bucks every day until we cross that $2,000 mark. As of last night and all day today, our price with a discount was sitting at $1,323. Okay, up over $100 for the membership in the last 3 weeks or so. We've been getting a lot of emails from people asking to see if we could please reduce this price slightly. They did not think that we were actually walking the price of the membership higher. The main reason we're seeing is parents spending money on back to school for their kids. We've been asking a lot of people about this, and a lot of people are spending money getting their kids back to school. Their kids were out of school last year. They're excited to finally go back to school. Who wants the new backpack? Who wants the new sneakers? Who wants the new jeans? Who wants the cool jacket? Whatever it is, I get it, right? My sister's got 3 kids. I get it, all right? Their kids are about to go back to school. They will have more time to trade, and they want to start trading back again when their kids start to go to school. Okay, I get it. So what Adam and I decided to do is as follows. As part of what we are calling our back to school or end of summer sale, we will temporarily reduce the price of our annual membership from $1,323 down to $1,264. And yes, that will include a brand new laptop, as we have been able to secure. I shouldn't say we, it's all Adam at this point. I don't talk to the wholesalers. So when we're able to get more laptops, you can all thank him. A brand new laptop, because Adam was able to get 20 more laptops. We had 11 last night. We sold out of them. We now have 20 more for this evening. Each day we will be walking the price of our membership up by a couple of bucks as we move towards, and eventually, yes, we will be passing that $2,000 mark. So if you've been on the fence about joining True Training Group, this is an absolute ridiculous steal at $1,264. Listen up. If you also, guys, listen very carefully. If you paid more than $1,264, like I said, as of yesterday, it was $1,322. If you are someone that paid more than $1,264 when you joined, do not be upset, because you have just received 2 extra small private study groups and $100 off your annual renewal for True Trading Group. Okay, so that's our version of our little bit of our price match guarantee. No other company does what we just did, and it's because we actually give a crap about our members. And even though it's a $59 difference from $1,323 down to $1,264, we're still crediting $100 and giving 2 extra free small private study groups to all of our fam. And that is what we do here at True Trading Group. We take care of our family. Okay. The membership to True Training Group, it's normally $2,212, but from now until midnight Pacific, like I said, we will be running that back to school, end of summer sale, where you can get 42% off. It brings the price of our membership all the way down to just $1,264. And the next 20 people to sign up for our membership will get a brand new free laptop. Maybe you want to give it to your kid for back to school. Cool. It's a brand new free laptop that your kid can use for their schoolwork, or you keep it for yourself. You use it for trading, whatever you want to do with it. It's yours free. We even cover the shipping costs. And yes, we do ship globally. We ship all over the world. You're going to be either getting an Acer, Asus, HP, or Dell laptop, totally free. It's our gift to you for joining the TeachD family. Okay. We have 20 of those laptops. And like I said, so you guys can use the coupon code TeachD121 to get yourself the 42% discount and a brand new free laptop. I want you guys to think of TTG as a Netflix of trading communities. You pay one price, you get access to every single thing that we have. Your annual membership, you will get included our entire curriculum, folks. This is our 17-course curriculum. It is a simplified version of the stuff that I learned when I was working at the fund. It's broken down into beginner and foundation courses. If you never traded stock a day in your life, you start there. There's also advanced courses. If you're more experienced and more seasoned trader, you can start with the advanced courses. We also have courses that will teach you guys about options, swing trading, trader psychology, crypto. There's even a course that teaches you how to do your taxes. You get access to every course. There are no special VIP pro courses that cost more money. When you join with that coupon code TTG121, you literally get everything. All right. You're also going to be getting Benzinga Pro's real-time news feed. That's a live breaking up to the second news alert service directly in chat that gives you news as soon as it crosses the wire. You can't wait for something like Yahoo Finance that's 15 minutes delayed. And when it comes to trading the markets, guys, getting news first matters. Okay. You're also going to get Quote Media's full book level 2, which is going to show you all the market maker 2 depth inside of level 2. You're also going to get a trade simulator that lets you trade stocks and options with fake money, where you practice implementing what you've learned in the courses. Please use the simulator, guys. Prove to yourself you can make money on the sim before you start trading with your hard-earned cash. You're also going to get access to TradingView's Pro charting software, which is one of the most commonly used charting softwares by active traders today. All of this is free. You don't pay $1 extra for any of it. Then you're going to get our Trade Ideas real-time scanner that's going to show you stocks making new highs, new lows, unusual volume. It's broken down between small caps, mid caps, and large caps, whatever you trade. This will ensure that you are always making sure that you're focused on and trading the hottest stocks in the day to give you the best chance to profit. Okay, and of course, you have access to our chat room, where the moderators and I, we share our screen with you during the day. We call out our trades live on the microphone in real time before we actually enter them. Every single day when I'm about to make a trade, guys, I come on the microphone and I tell everybody, guys, I'm looking at AHPI. I'm looking at a pullback towards this 1450 area. I'm looking to be a buyer. Stop loss 1375. Looking to take profit 15, 1550, 16. I tell everyone that on the microphone before I actually enter the trade. Once my order executes, then you get a trade alert that pops up in chat to let you know my order has filled. But I will tell you on the microphone prior to me entering the trade, what stock I'm looking at, what price I'm buying it, where's my stop loss, where's my take profits. I tell you that ahead of time, so it's easy to follow along with my trades if you guys so choose. True or false, my TeachD fam True or false, do I or do I not call out all of my trades in advance on the microphone? You guys can let all of our guests and our viewers here tonight know that that's how it goes down in True Trading Group. Okay, true or false. You guys can just type true or false right there. Also, guys, you are going to be our mods, my mods and I, our mods and I are in chat the whole day. We're in chat from pre-market till after the close, answering questions. You can send us private messages. We're identifying opportunities. We're not just gone after 2 hours and you have to fend for yourself. We're also supporting currently well over an 80% win rate, which means over 80% of the time that a moderator or myself calls out a trade, it is a profitable one. Remember, we've had all green days so far the month of August. That is now 7 trading days in the month of August, 7 green days. We're going to look to keep that moment to go. Let's see how far we can push this streak. We'll see how far we can push this green streak. Maybe we can get the whole month. Wouldn't that be nice? We'll see. I don't want to jinx it. And we also are fully transparent, guys. We keep a trading journal that tracks every buy and every sell that our moderators make. So you can follow along with all of our trades to see how you'd be performing if you followed all of our alerts. We upload our trading activity to that journal each and every day. We also do live workshops with members covering various trading topics. We do one-on-one mentor sessions with lifetime members. We do small private study groups. That's your chance to really get individualized attention. You know, like you're sitting there with a mod, you can ask questions, you can get help with lessons and topics that you're struggling with. And then we do a lot of giveaways. You know, every time TTG gets 300 new members, we give away a brand new Tesla or $30,000 cash. The winner chooses cash or the car. It's so much fun. It's so much fun. All you need to do is be a member of True Trading Group. That's it. And you guys qualify for that giveaway. Just a lot of fun things that we like to do with our members. I always keep them included in everything that we're doing. And like I said, the next 20 people to use coupon code TTG121, you'll get the 42% discount for the back to school end of summer sale. And the next 20 people will get themselves a brand new free laptop. Guys, you actually have to enter the coupon code TTG121 and click apply code in order to get the 42% discount. It will not automatically give you the discount when you click on the link in chat. You actually have to enter the code and click apply code. You'll know you're getting one of the free laptops, the 20 laptops, because you'll see a laptop in your checkout cart. If you go to your checkout cart and you do not see a laptop, that means we have sold out. And last but not least, guys, I do offer a money-back guarantee. I'm so confident and I stand behind my program. I put my money where my mouth is. And that's why I'm willing to tell you guys, if you commit to me, I'll commit to you, because at the end of the day, results matter. And according to a survey that we did with our members in the first week of July, over 80% of our members are successful, meaning they're making money, they're becoming better traders. And because of that, I can confidently offer you a money-back guarantee. Because if all of my members were losing money, I wouldn't be able to offer you a money-back guarantee now, would I? I'd be an idiot. So here's the deal. Commit to me, I'll commit to you. If you go through all of our courses, pass the quizzes, and attend one private study group, do those 3 things, put in a little effort. And if you still do not make back your membership fee at least once during your membership, I will give you a full refund. I will give you all of your money back. Okay. If you do not make back, if you do not make back the membership fee at least once, I will give you all of your money back. I'm dead serious. How does this help for guys like myself with a full-time job? Hope it helped. So hope it helped. Great question. Okay. The overwhelming majority of our members do work full-time jobs. The reason why the majority of our members are able to benefit and make money with True Trading Group, even though they work a full-time job, okay, is a number of reasons. First, a variety of trading styles. TTG is not just me. There are 7 other moderators, pro traders in chat that are calling out trades and identifying opportunities. They all have their own style and their own strategy. In TTG, we day trade. We also swing trade. We trade stocks. We also trade options. We trade small caps. We trade mid caps. We trade large caps. There's literally something for everyone inside of True Trading Group. That is important for someone that is working a full-time job that needs to maybe be able to trade while they're not staring at their screen all day long. So they have to be able to get exposure and access and education around other trading styles that will allow them to do that, like swing trading or low volatility day trading. It's important for you to do that. We offer that inside of True Trading Group. We have moderators that specialize, that specialize in swing trading, that specialize in low volatility day trades or low volatility option trades. We have, moderators that specialize in that. The other thing is that we have a mobile app that is available to download on iPhone and Android that allows you to see the screen share on your mobile device. It also allows you to listen to the audio analysis because I'm live on the microphone talking to you all day long, so the other moderators. And then whenever a moderator enters or exits a trade, you get a push notification sent directly to your cell phone in real time with no delay that, that lets you know where they bought, where they sold. So that's how our members that work full-time jobs are able to follow along with what it is that we're doing in chat. Here, watch this. Hope it helped, and anyone else that works a full-time job that has the same question. Watch, I'll ask members. My TTD family members, if you're a member of True Trading Group and you are making money and becoming a better trader because of True Trading Group while working a full-time job, I want you to type the letter I in chat right now and tell me, what is your profession? Again, if you work a full-time job and you are making money with True Trading Group, I want you to type the letter I and tell me, what is your profession? Yes, the push alerts are global. Okay, we have a doctor, an auto mechanic, a janitor, a senior director, a fleet manager working 60 hours a week, film business, HVAC contractor, IT, construction project manager, dental assistant, agility coach, safety officer, a shop foreman, property management, and golf junkie. I'm jealous. I wish I can golf more. Auto parts sales, operations director, a manager, a freelancer, electrician, sales manager, contractor, sheet metal fabricator, hotel management, a truck driver, graphic designer, live event marketing, business owner, truck driver, nurse practitioner. I'm now working for myself, trading finally. Karen Hurst. Yes. Congratulations, Karen. Now working for yourself. Beautiful. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Absolutely love it, Karen. I absolutely love it. Congratulations. All right. So you guys can see. So hope it helped. And anybody else that is curious about that, you can see how many of my TTD members are commenting in chat. You can see all the different walks of life, all the different professions. And this is how our members are able to take advantage. Okay. This is how people are able to take advantage while they're working a full-time job. Okay. Another common misconception, aside from, if I work a full-time job, I can't make money in the markets. You're dead wrong. If you thought that, I just proved it to you with asking our members. The other thing that is a very common misconception is that people feel like they have to, people feel like they need tens of thousands of dollars to get started. And that's also not true. Two of the biggest, I think, misconceptions when it comes to trading. You don't need a lot of money to start trading. And again, I'll prove it to you by asking members. Guys, if you're a member of True Trading Group, if you started with less than $1,000 in your account, tell me right now in chat, type, what did you start with? Where are you at now today? Guys, type in chat right now, how much did you start with? And where are you at now today? My boy Chris, great job, man. Chris started with 500, is now at 1,500. Hell yeah, Chris. Brooks Hamilton says, can any of the mods DM me? All of the mods can DM you. You can DM all of the mods in chat. Alan Viox or Alan Va, I'm not sure, started with $500, is now up $6,000. Walter Thomas started with $500 in late August, I guess, of last year. Over $30,000 in realized gains for Walter Thomas. That is absolutely incredible. Donna Moore started with $5,000, is now at $25,000. Tex Trader started with $500, is now at $14,000. Wizard started with $5,000, hoping to be out of the PDT rule this month and had a green day today. That means he's right knocking on the door of $25K. Carmine went from 590 up to 2,200. Zero Hunter from 500, now 5K. Big Bucks, no whammies, started with his stimulus check is now up to $20,000. Eli, 1,800 now to 2,680, still learning. Okay. Raymond Reddington started with 2,000, went down to 800, now up to $4,500. Todd, 250 bucks a month ago, over $1,000 today. Trying to profit, increase their account by 47% since joining True Trading Group. And Jason Wackenbach did a small account challenge. He took $25 and has turned it into 850 bucks within just 8 weeks. I am Hestia. I'm only 17 years old and not a TC member, but with the live streams, I started with 1,000 and I'm now up over 10K. That's insane. Absolutely insane. All right, so there you guys have it. 500 to 3,000 in just 2 weeks. You guys get the point. Okay. Yes, Diane. Started with $100 is up to $5,000. I love it. So again, like you guys can see, very common misconception that you need thousands of dollars to get started. You simply do not. Another common misconception, you've got to be sitting in front of your computer screen all day long in order to trade. You do not. And don't take my word for it. Take our members. These are real people. These are you. These people are you. There's no difference between them and you. They work full-time jobs. They've got small accounts. They're making money. If they can do it, so can you. All right. There you have it, folks. And don't forget, I'm giving you guys a money-back guarantee, too. So use coupon code TTG121. Okay. Use coupon code TTG121. You get the 42% discount. And the next 20 people will get themselves a brand new free laptop. And yes, we do ship globally. We ship anywhere in the world, and we do cover shipping. Okay. Okay, guys. Now let's get into the lessons of the night. We are going to be recapping my winning trades today. MVST, AHPI, 2 for 3 on the day today. I did give a little profit back on MDIA. But still finishing the day in the green, which now marks our 7th green day in a row. Lawrence, welcome to the TGD family. Folks, welcome, Lawrence. We now have 19 laptops left, folks. 19 laptops left. Everyone give a big warm TGD welcome to Lawrence, the newest member of the family. Again, guys, use that coupon code TGD121. Get the 42% discount and get yourself the brand new free laptop. All right? Welcome, Lawrence. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead now. I'm going to share my screen with you, and I'm going to cover with you the first trade that we're going to talk about. I'll go over AHPI first. Okay. Now, with regards to AHPI, I've done a couple of lessons with you over the last couple of days where we talked about pullbacks. We talked about the difference between pullbacks versus, sell-offs or reversals. Like, how do you know it's okay to buy a pullback? And it has everything to do with volume. Okay, this is a recap lesson from what we talked about earlier in the week and what we talked about last week. As HPI surges higher, as we surge higher, you will notice that the trading volume, I'm going to expand the volume just so you guys can see this. You can notice that real strong, steady, consistently increasing volume as the stock pushes higher. That is crucial in identifying the difference between a buyable pullback and a complete reversal. Then when the stock starts to pull itself back down in share price, you will notice that you get decreasing volume on that pullback. And we pulled down right into where? What did I say earlier on the live stream? I will not buy something because of one indicator or two indicators. In this case, AHPI, we have 3 indicators lining up there at $14. You got your VWAP, which is the orange line on my screen. You have the trade line, which is the 9 EMA. That's the teal blue line on my screen. And you have your 23.6 Fibonacci retracement level. So I stepped in there on that low volume pullback into multiple support indicators. And I went ahead in here and I got long AHPI. Let me pull up Let's pull up my trade alerts so I can give you guys the timestamps on these. Okay, 1442 at 10:07. 1442 at 10:07. So right there, there's my entry, guys. 1442 at 10:07. And then we kind of, we have a tough time breaking through highs here. And we finally get this move up to new highs. And I start taking some profit off the table. I took a piece of profit off at 1525. Then I took another piece of profit off at 1576. Where are we? Let me see. Was it 15? Let me see. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That was MVST. Okay, so AHPI 1525 at 1010 right there. And then 1597. There you go. There it was. 1597 is my second take profit on AHPI as we broke through the high of the day. And then the stock ran out of steam and it failed and ended up rolling itself back over. And I ended up stopping out of the rest of this position. Final take profit, HPI 1506. So right there. Okay, so there's our trades. Jeremy, welcome to the family. Everyone give Jeremy a big warm welcome, folks. There are now only 18 laptops left. So you guys got to use coupon code TGD121, get the 42% discount, the money back guarantee, and a brand new free laptop. Guys, these laptops are not going to last. They're not going to last. They go fast. Everyone loves free stuff. All right, everybody loves free stuff. So this was your AHPI trade. Not a home run. I was really looking for AHPI to really extend here, and I thought we had a real chance to really get some good extension, but we were unable to do so. And once we failed to break through the high of the day, I want everyone to understand. So remember when someone asked me earlier, like, hey, Mike, do I always just stick to my stop loss and my original game plan, or when do I get out of the trade early? And I said, inexperienced traders will have a tendency to not recognize when something has changed or when there's a clear warning signal versus an experienced trader. And what really caused me to get out of this last piece here early, I sold out this last piece, final profit here at 1506, before the stock had this big pullback. And what was it that made me do that? It was the fact that we made a new high of the day, right? New high of the day. But look at the volume that came in on the new high. That's really low volume. That's really low volume on that new high. That to me was a sign that this stock lacked momentum. And as soon as we failed to hold that high and we took it right back, so you can see how we took it right back, that to me was a real clear warning sign that this stock has really run out of steam because the volume was just so light on that break through the high of the day. It was just so light on the break through the high of the day. And that's why I decided to exit that trade at 1506, final take profit. And you can see that was the right move because look what the stock did the rest of the day. Okay. But still, we were able to pull profit out of this, man. It wasn't a home run. But we were able to capitalize on that move. Not huge, like I said, not a monster, but hey, profit's profit. I'll take it. Now, MVST, this is going to be the main lesson of the day. Okay, MVST is going to be the main lesson of the day here because, and again, not a monster home run in MVST either, but again, green is green. Green is green. So what we're going to talk about here, guys, on MVST is a specific pattern that I think that has massive breakout potential. It is something that I call a double bottom gap up. I call this a double bottom gap up. I teach this to all of our TGG members. It's also coupled with a trade line VWAP crossover. We're going to focus on the double bottom gap up pattern. This is a pattern I think all day traders should know, and it's something that we look for each and every single day. It's a high probability pattern. And how do you identify the double bottom gap up? Well, it's essentially when a stock gaps up and then puts in a double bottom and then continues higher. That to me is a double bottom gap up. Now, what you'll see with MVST is today we had the gap up, right? We had the gap up. Then you had the double bottom. And then you had the move higher. Okay? Now, double bottom gap up. Here is your double bottom. How does it work? You want to see a stock that is gapping up on the day, and all of these things are crucial to actually identifying this pattern. You look for a stock to be gapping up on the day, then you look for a strong volume, a high volume push off the open. The stock needs to push off the open. It has to. Why? because you need to be able to be high enough and far enough away from the initial morning low. You got to be far enough away from the initial morning low for the stock to actually experience a pullback. Because without the pullback, you can't form the double bottom. So that's why the push off the gap up is crucial to the double bottom gap up. But when the stock gives you the pullback, you look for that pullback to be on lower volume than the surge off the open. And you guys can see, you know, clear as day, the volume off the open, real nice, strong, high volume push, low volume pullback into that prior low. And that's what forms your double bottom. And then you get a strong bounce off of that low. That is a very quick and aggressive bounce off that low. That is exactly what you want to look for. You want to look for a very strong, aggressive bounce off that low. You see how quickly the stock bounced off the low of the day? It didn't sit on the low of the day. That's an indication to me that there's strong support down there. What you don't want to see is the stock get down to this support level and then do this. Right? You don't want to see that. Okay? That's not strong buying. That's not strong support. Okay? That is not strong support. I renewed my annual membership and Shug sent me a laptop. I donated it to a family friend to use for their child's schoolwork. Being a part of the TG fam is rewarding in many ways. Wow. Wow. That's awesome. Good for you. Honestly, Walter, good for you, man. That's a beautiful thing that you did. That really is a beautiful thing that you did. And, you know, it makes me kind of pause for a second here because, you know, my goal with True Trading Group is really to positively impact other people's lives, because I would not be where I am. Okay. I would not be where I am today if I didn't have the experience, the education, the mentorship that I received when I was working at the fund. I wouldn't. You know, I'm humble enough to say I didn't figure any of this stuff out on my own. So, like, when I look back at my experiences and I'm like, you know, if it wasn't for the guidance, the mentorship, and the help that I had from people, my life could have gone down a completely different path. I really seriously mean that. My life would have gone down a completely different path. I don't know where I would be today. But when I think about now, the opportunity that we have to positively impact other people's lives and their family lives by giving them the same education and mentorship and guidance that I had received, I take that very seriously. We at True Trading Group take that very seriously. You know, these are real people's lives that we're talking about here. These are people's lives. This is people's hard-earned money. And someone that is able to acquire this skill and is actually able to earn money from the markets has unlimited profit potential that may not be possible in their other line of work, and may help these people reach goals, financial goals that they never thought were possible. If you took me back, you know, 15 years in time, take me back 15 years and tell me 15 years ago that I would be in a financial situation that I am in today, I would have said you're full of shit. And I have the education and the guidance and the mentorship and the experience that I had to thank for it. I didn't do this on my own. I didn't figure this stuff out like sitting in my mother's basement for 3 years and I figured out some kind of secret equation that nobody knows about. It's total BS. You know, so we take it really seriously. And it's just like, this is really impacting people's lives. Like, TGD is really making a difference in people's lives, and in more ways than one. You know, it's like just something like that, like Walter, you know, the reaching out and giving a laptop to a family friend for their child. Yes, guys. You have Shug to thank for it also, guys. You also have Shug to thank for it also. So, you know, this is really impacting other people's lives. in a positive way. Like we just did our giveaway just the other day on Sunday. If you guys caught that, we just gave away $50,000 to a TTG member. You know, it's like, and every time we get 300 new members, we give away $30,000 or a brand new Tesla. You know, that's a lot of money. That's life-changing money for a lot of people. That's life-changing money for a lot of people. But it's like, you know, the giveaways are cool. The giveaways are fun. A free laptop is great, you know, but you know what's better? Buying your own laptop. Buying your own flat screen TV, taking your family on that special vacation that you never thought you were going to be able to afford with trading profit. You know, paying off student loans, paying for your kids' college, paying for medical bills. Who knows? You know, who knows whatever it is that you're going to be doing. It's like just that's success. That's real success. At least, you know, for us at this point, that's real success. So that's a beautiful thing, Walter. And it just kind of, it touches me to see other TTD members that are extending a hand, reaching out and helping others. And I feel like especially the world we live in today, you know, we could use a lot more people like Walter. You know, we can use a lot more people that are looking for ways to help others. And that is our goal here in True Trading Group. That's our goal here in True Trading. So Walter, good for you, man. Congrats. Congrats. Props to you, my man. Props to you. All right. As I dive back into the double bottom gap up pattern on MVST. All right, let's switch the screen back over. All right. So, like I said, you guys are going to want to look for strong buying pressure, a strong bounce off of that initial morning low. Okay, you want to look for a strong bounce. You don't want to look for the stock to just sit on that level like this. You want to see a strong bounce off that level. And then that was my indication to go ahead and get long MVST. And I stepped in here and I got long MVST. I'll give you guys my timestamp on the alert from the day. We are long MVST at 9:51 a.m. at $15.10. So there's your entry, $15.10. And then we got this nice little push and extension up there to new highs. Now, again, this was not an absolute monster trade. This was not a home run, but it is still nonetheless a profitable trade. Lewis, welcome to the THD family. Everyone, welcome Lewis, the newest member of our THD family. Everyone give Lewis a big warm welcome. That is now meaning we only have 17 laptops left. So you guys want to use coupon code TTG121, get the 42% discount, get yourself the brand new laptop. We do cover the shipping costs. We do ship globally, guys. These laptops are not going to last. Take advantage of them. Adam was miraculously able to locate 20 more laptops for tonight, so you all have him to thank for it. I do not know when he is going to be able to locate 20 laptops again. So we got 17 of them left for the next 17 people. Use coupon code TTG121. Okay, so with MVST, you will then see, guys, we just start taking profits off the table as this stock starts to extend. 1556 was my first take profit up at the new high of the day. My second take profit comes off the table on the new high at 1576. And then the stock just kind of ran itself out of steam, and I got flat MVST at 1494 right there. So again, not a monster home run trade by any stretch of the imagination. Okay, again, we did not get the follow through. I was looking for follow through, just like AHPI. I was looking for that follow through, but we were unable to get it. But again, bulk position comes off the table up there at the new high of the day. A nice little trade. Again, not a home run, but not every day is going to be about home runs. You can't go into every single day looking for home runs. Sometimes a single or a double is all the market's going to give you. And if you push that, that's when you can sometimes get yourself into trouble. And you know, sometimes you just got to be happy with singles and doubles. And guess what, folks? Singles and doubles add up. So we are now 7 green days in a row to start the month of August. We are red hot. You guys got to make sure you get your butts in chat. You can use coupon code TGD121. You'll get that 42% discount back to school, end of summer sale. And then the next 17 people get a brand new free laptop. Maybe your kid needs a new laptop for school. Great. Here's a free one. Your gift, our gift to you for joining the TTG family. We also have Mark. Mark, another new member. Mark, the latest member to the TTG family. Everyone welcome Mark. We now only have 16 laptops left. Get your free laptop, guys. Use coupon code TTG121. All right. So I hope you guys just learned something about the double bottom gap up pattern. This is a pattern that I look for each and every single day. If I see one again tomorrow, I'm going to go after it. I teach our members to look for this pattern each and every single day. It's a high probability day trade setup. It's more for day trading. It's not really for a swing trade setup, but it's more for day trading, this particular pattern. And it's one that I think everyone should know. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do here now, guys, for those that are interested, I'm going to show you the entire TeachD platform. All right. But before I do, I'd like to know who here is on the live that is not a member of True Trading Group. Type the letters TTG in chat right now if you are not a member of True Trading Group. Nathan Valdez or Valdez. Alan Wu. Fernando Buckner. S. Hansen. Eli Ray. Jay Ali. Angie Sweet. Eric Rude. Patrick Gleason. Bunty. Dave Hallbrick. Nice, guys. A lot of TTG. I see a lot of people typing TTG in chat right now. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Guys, listen up. For everyone that just typed TTG, please listen up real quickly because our membership, the True Trading Group, it's a 1-year all-inclusive membership. It's normally $2,212, but from now until midnight Pacific tonight, you can save 42% for our back to school end of summer sale. It brings the price all the way down to just $1,264. And the next 16 people to use coupon code TTG121 will get a brand new free laptop. We do cover the shipping costs. All right. I want you to think of us as the Netflix of trading communities because you pay one price, you get access to everything that we have. As a member of True Trading Group, you get access to the top premium trading tools and products because we bundle them all together as part of your TGD membership. Included with your membership at no additional cost or fee is Benzinga Pro's real-time news feed. This is a live breaking up to the second news alert service directly inside of our chat room that gives you news as soon as it crosses the wire. You cannot be an active trader and use or rely on Yahoo Finance to get your news. That news is about 15 minutes delayed. You need a real-time news feed. I can't tell you how many times we have made money and saved money because of this news feed. Ian, welcome to the family. Everyone give Ian a big warm welcome, the newest member of our family. Use coupon code TTG121. Get yourself that 42% discount, guys, and jump on one of these laptops. We only got 15 of them left. They're not going to last. All right. So that's that news feed. We also have Quote Streams Full Book Level 2 that's going to give you and show you all the market maker depth inside of Level 2. That's going to also come with a trade simulator that lets you trade stocks and options with fake money where you practice implementing what you've learned in the courses. Please use the simulator, guys. It's real-time data. You can trade alongside the rest of the moderators while you practice implementing what you've learned. Prove to yourself you can make money in the sim before you start trading with your hard-earned cash. Then you also have access to our Trade Ideas scanner. Our Trade Ideas scanner is the industry standard, guys. One of the best scanners out there. It's going to show you stocks making new highs, new lows, stocks having a volume surge. They are broken down and segmented into small cap, mid cap, and large cap scans. So no matter what it is that you trade, we can make sure that you're always focused on the hottest stocks that give you the best chance to profit. Then you're going to be able to use TradingView's premium level charting software. This is one of the most actively used charting softwares or commonly used charting softwares by active traders. All of this is yours, included free with your membership. You're going to be getting at least a minimum 10 easy to follow, actionable real-time trade alerts per week from a community of traders currently sporting over an 80% win rate in chat. We are fully transparent. We keep a trading journal on our website that literally tracks every buy and every sell that all of our moderators make. This way you can follow along and track all of our performance to see how you would be doing if you were trading alongside all of these trade alerts. You're also going to be getting a small private study group with a teaching moderator. This is your chance to ask questions, go over lessons and topics that you need help with. Okay? That's your chance to get that individualized attention that can really help speed up that learning curve and can really be the difference maker. Then you have the courses. Guys, the courses on the TeachD website are a simplified version of the education I received working at the fund in New York. They're segmented into beginner and foundation courses and then advanced courses. There's also courses on options, trader psychology, swing trading, crypto. There's even a course that teaches you how to do your taxes. All right. All these courses are in text and video format, whichever is easier for you to learn. All right. There are no VIP or pro courses that cost more money. When you join TTG, you get access to literally every course that we have. Then in addition to the courses, you're going to get access to our video library. Our video library contains over 100 hours of additional educational video content. These are workshops and webinars that we've conducted with our members that cover a variety of different trading topics. We record all those live sessions and we post them into the video library so people can go back and watch them at later dates. Some examples of topics we've covered is like how to grow a small account, how to trade while working a full-time job, how to resist FOMO, just to name a few. You guys have access to all this. And then in addition, of course, the chat room where the mods and I are there all day long answering questions. You can DM us. We share our screen. We're live on the mic. We're sharing our trades with you all day, every day. Now, guys, listen to me carefully because the price of our membership will be walked up daily by a couple of bucks until we cross over $2,000. You can get a membership right now for $1,264 when you use the coupon code TTG121. Now, the value you're getting at $1,264 is actually insane. And let me break this down for you for a second. Let me put something into perspective. Let's say you don't join True Trading Group, but you say, you know what? That Benzinga newsfeed sounds really cool. I could use something like that. If you go to Benzinga tomorrow and say, I want to sign up for your newsfeed with your Squawk Box feature, they're going to charge you $1,400 a year. You can get that newsfeed included for free with your membership and pay just $1,264 and get access to every single other thing I just showed you. That's the value you're getting in a TTG membership, but I'll go further. The full book level 2 from Quote Media that shows you all the market makers, that's $990 a year. The trade simulator that lets you practice with real-time data, that's $300 a year. And TradingView's premium level charting software, which is the most commonly used charting programs by active traders, is $600 a year. If you were to pay for these 4 tools on your own, you would spend over $3,200 a year. Well, you can get all of them for just $1,264 in addition to everything else on the TTG platform. That is the value of a TTG membership. Our goal is to disrupt this entire industry, folks. And in order to do that, we need to provide insane value and results at a price substantially less than any of our so-called competitors because, frankly, results matter. And at the end of the day, our members are making money and they are becoming better traders. And if you do not believe me, I want you to watch this. Guys, my members of True Trading Group, if you're making money and becoming a better trader because of TTG, I want you to type the number 1, sound off in chat right now. Let them know. Now, stop paying attention to me. Just watch the amount of number 1s that come through on the side of the screen. These are real TTG members that are making money, becoming better traders because of the education that they are receiving at True Trading Group. Guys, $1,264, that's literally $3.46 a day. It's $105 a month. And you get access to everything I just showed you. That is insane value. Which is why we're not going to stay at this $1,264 price point very long. If you guys want to take advantage of it, we're going to, like I said, we're going to walk the price of this membership up a couple bucks every day till we get to over $2,000. Because really, even over $2,000, the value is insane. You're still getting 10 times the value of what a membership actually should be. And don't forget, guys, we have that money back guarantee. If you do not make back your membership fee after committing to me, to going through all of our courses, to going through and passing all of the quizzes and attending 1 private study group, if you still do not make back your membership fee, I will give you all of your money back. I'll give you all of your money back. I'm dead serious. Because at the end of the day, results matter. You just saw how many people typed the number 1 in chat. You just saw how many people typed the number 1 in chat. Let's talk about that membership fee, though, for a second. Guys, how long did it take you to make back your membership fee? If you're a member of TTG, tell me how long it took you to make back your membership fee. Go ahead. Sound off in chat right now, guys. Tell me, how long did it take to make back your fee? People are still typing the number 1. That's how many people there are that are making money with True Trading Group, that there are still people typing the number 1 in chat. GoFundMe Sarah says, guys, I would not be renewing my membership tomorrow if it wasn't worth it. GoFundMe Sarah, I look forward to another fantastic year of trading with you. It took Christy 2 short weeks. It took Karen Hurst her first week. It took Humble Pie 3 weeks. It took Diane Fig 4 months with a $100 account. It took Paulie a couple of weeks. It took TTG Sunshine 3 weeks to make back the lifetime membership. 3 weeks for Roxanne. First week for JR Greg. 2 weeks for Stephen Wilbur. My has only been a member for 1 week, has already made back half the membership fee. Less than 2 months for Wizard, a few weeks for Mike Burkowski, and he trades small. Took Jim Doyle 3 weeks. Could have been faster, but he stopped because of he stopped bad habits sooner. Raymond Reddington took 3 months. Sean is asking, what is the renewal? What is the rate at the renewal? Sean, great question. Okay, Sean, great question. Sean wants to know, what's the rate of the membership at renewal? Good question. Get this, Sean. The price you pay is the price you pay for life. You are locking yourself in at that price point. So if you pay $12.64 today, next year when your membership renews, it does not matter if our membership is $2,500. It will be over $2,000. But even if our membership is $2,500 next year, you will not pay $2,500 to renew your membership. You will only pay $12.64 to renew. So the price you pay when you join our family is the price you are paying for life when it comes time for your membership to renew. Now, why is that a big deal? Because over 80% of our members are successful, meaning they're making money and becoming better traders. Now, I'm going to assume that if you are making money and becoming a better trader, you're going to want to renew your membership. So instead of you paying $2,500 possibly next year when it comes time to renew, you will only pay $12.64 if you pay that number today. Now, that price is only going to last until midnight Pacific tonight, and then the price starts to go up. We're going to walk the price of this membership up a couple of bucks every single day until we get to over $2K. We have lowered the price right now for the back-to-school end of summer sale, 42% discount. We got a lot of messages from people asking us if there was any discount that we can give for back-to-school because everyone is paying, extra for back-to-school stuff for their kids, which I understand. A lot of kids didn't have the school year last year and their parents want to do something nice and special for their kids. I get it. So Adam's got 2 kids. I don't have any kids yet, but we get it. Okay. So we are doing this back to school end of summer sale. It's a 42% discount. You just have to use coupon code TTG121. It brings the price all the way down to $12.64. But after midnight tonight, that price starts to get walked up. And there are 15 laptops left. Okay, the next 15 people to use that coupon code will get themselves a brand new free laptops. How many members have you had to refund? Okay, in the last 12 months, out of 4,500 members, we have sent a refund to about 100 of them. That is a rate of 2.22%. So we are refunding 2.22% of our members. So out of about 4,500 members, new members over the last 12 months, we have refunded 100. Guys, the refund is real. I'm not kidding. It's on the website. You're getting it. Worst case scenario, you join TTG. Worst case scenario, you don't make back the money. I send you your money back. You got a free laptop in the meantime. Win-win. Best case scenario, you join True Trading Group. You actually become a consistently profitable trader. You reach financial goals you never thought possible, and you got a free laptop. Weigh that risk reward. Amir or Amir, I'm not sure if it's Amir or Amir. Welcome to the TTG family. We are now only 14 laptops left. Guys, they're going fast. We only have 14 laptops left. Use coupon code TTG121. Get yourself that brand new free laptop. All right, get yourself that brand new free laptop, folks, okay? Guys, we're also 5-star rated on Trustpilot. I welcome, encourage, and invite you all to go to Trustpilot and read those reviews. Over 1,300 people have taken the time to leave us a review on Trustpilot. Go read them. 5-star rated. 5-star rated. Lakeisha, yes. Yes, Lakeisha. I remember I said your name earlier on the live stream. I believe I said your name last night too. Lakeisha, welcome to the TTG family. Everyone give Lakeisha a big, warm welcome. That means we are now down to just 13 laptops, folks. We are down to just 13 laptops. Go read those reviews. Go read them. Go read them. Go read them. Go read those reviews, guys. Trustpilot, 5-star rated. There's no better referral than that of your peers. Okay? That's it, gang. Thanks for joining me here tonight. You guys are the best. Literally the best. I love you all. Guys, get your butts in chat. We're on fire. Seriously. We are We are 7 trading days into the month of August, and we have 7 green days under our belt. We're going to see how far we can push this streak. Does the streak end tomorrow? I don't know. Does the streak continue for another 7 days? I don't know. But the action right now in the market's pretty good. We've got some really good action across the board. You got large caps that are moving around. You got small caps that are moving around. There's a lot of action in the markets. You got to just find the opportunity, guys, and understand how to identify the opportunity and then capitalize on it. I know where I'll be tomorrow morning at 9:30 a.m. Eastern when that bell rings. Question is, where are you going to be? I feel like that should be like one of our new slogans. It's 9:30 a.m. Do you know who you're trading with? Instead of it's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are? It's 9:30 a.m. Who are you trading with? Right? I like it. I like it. I'll figure it out. It'll be smoother when I figure it out. But it just popped into my head. So I hope you guys liked it. Thanks for joining me tonight, guys. Use coupon code TGD121. Get yourself 42% discount, and the next 13 people will get themselves a brand new free laptop. Subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button if you guys haven't done so already. Make sure you turn on those notifications. Never miss one of these lives. I'll see you guys in chat tomorrow. Later, guys.